Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. How is everyone?
Good.
Okay, good. So, what's up, guys? Cool. We're done. Okay. So we don't have a lot of time today, so we're going to jump right into it. You're here to pitch. And my goal today is to teach you the 3 goals of a pitch. We're going to jump right into it. First off, hello. My name is Moby. That's the name I picked for myself. That's what I go by. And over the last year and a half, I have helped startups win about $800K in pitch money at WeWork and Mass Challenge. I'm also the host of the Fire Show podcast. I've interviewed the mayor, director of South by Southwest, Texas Women Entrepreneur of the Year. How many people have never heard of the Fire Show? Never. You can raise your hands. That hurts, but okay, now you have it. Sweet. All right. Enough about me. What are the 3 goals of a pitch? Who has never pitched their idea outside of their friends and family or boyfriend or girlfriend? Only one person. Oh, that's cool. You pitched to me like 20 times. Okay, cool. So, if you're doing a pitch, regardless if that's on a stage or to someone who you're going to want to get money from or work with, what's the first goal? Very simple. They get what you're doing. They listen to your pitch, they're like, okay, cool. That's what that person is doing. It's simple, but you can still mess it up. Cool. Second goal, they understand what you're doing, and now they're like, okay, this is an opportunity. Whether for me to invest, or to be a co-founder, or work with you, or just be an advisor. They believe that you can actually get some market share, that your product is worth it. And thirdly, now that they understand what you're doing, they believe it's an opportunity. It's about you. That you are the team, the founder, who can actually make this happen. You are the one who's going to win the market, or a size of it. So it's about what you're doing, making it an opportunity, and you being successful. So we're going to go through all of these one by one. First off, they get what you're doing. This is not really about you or your idea. This is about who is this for, why is it for them, and what does it do for them? Benefits. So a sentence that you can use, and Martin has a great outline as well for the 15-second pitch. But for a longer pitch, what you can say is the first sentence is, for my customers, whatever your customer is, who have this need or problem, I'm making a, does it have a laser? Yes. Okay, sweet. I'm making a, whatever it is, so that they have these benefits. Okay, let's go through these one by one. First, it doesn't start with you. It never starts with you. It's always about the customer who are going to pay you money. So, who is your customer? That's the first thing. An example I like to use is athletic shoes for women. So if you're selling them, it's not for women who have feet. That's not what you're doing. It's for women between the age of 22 and 55 who run average 10 miles a week and spend $50 to $150 per shoe and like these brands, etc., etc. Be specific so much that it's annoying. Like, this is my exact market. You've got to segment it. We can talk about why, but we're not going to. Be annoyingly specific. And second, what do they want? What do they want? Or what is the problem you're solving? If you do not know what they want or what their problem is, and it doesn't come out in the first, I would say, 30 seconds, people are going to stop listening. It's not interesting anymore. And also, you've shown that you really don't know what you're doing. So if you don't know what your market wants, or what their problem is, time to think about that. Hell, make it up if you want to. But it'll come out. So, for my customer, whatever your customer is, who have this need or problem, I'm making a, whatever it is. Just make it like 5 words. Blockchain app for dogs. A white table that's wet when it's dry. Something like that. Just say what it is, very simply. It really doesn't matter. People don't care. What people care about, regardless of whether you're customers or the investor or a co-founder, or whatever it is, so what? Okay, I made this shoe for women. What's the benefit of using that? Like, why would I care? It's not about features, it's not what it does, but why people's lives would be better, or why their problem would be solved once they actually buy it. So, know your customer. What do they want? What is it? You know this. People do this all the time. They talk about what it is. Don't do it a lot. And lastly, so what? What's it going to do for your customer? Okay, so that was part one, getting people to understand what you're doing. Not very hard, but you can still screw it up. Okay. Second thing, your audience is listening, they're engaged, and now they're saying, I understand what this person is doing. Again, biggest question. So what? You have to make them believe that this is an opportunity. Investor, co-founder, team member, employee, whatever it is, you have to make them believe you can make money off of this. Or you can capture market share. So, the question you have to answer is, who is the competition? What are they doing? And why they suck? And why you're better? Something you can say is, so currently people are using my competition like this, but it doesn't solve the problem because gaps in competition. And we're better because whatever your advantage is. So let's go through these one by one. This is my favorite. Someone said to me on the show once that if it's a real problem that people will pay you for, people are already solving it. Human beings, we're here in this wonderful building, we're in clothes, we're having this because human beings are fantastic at solving problems. If you say, no one's solving this problem, it's either not a real problem or you're full of BS. Most likely people will listen and say, I'm never listening to this person again. So, whatever your problem is, think about how are people solving it right now. For example, what's the Quicken app for tax? What is it? TurboTax?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it came out, their biggest alternative was pen and paper. Because people are solving this problem. You have to mention it and you have to know it. And once you know it, you can say, okay, pen and paper sucks for taxes because X, Y, Z. It's really, really good to know your competition and what they're good at. It just hurts when you do that. You have to admit that they're good at something. And that's okay, but you have to understand who your competition is, what they're doing, exactly how they're doing, so that you can come and say to the audience you're pitching to, we're better because pen and paper sucks because it takes 5 hours versus 20 minutes. Whatever your reason is. But the prerequisite for that is you have to know your competition. How are people solving the problem? What pain points still remain? What are the gaps? And why we're going to come into that gap and be like, yes, we can do this. People are interested in solving this problem through us. So, at this point, what you've done is made them understand what you're doing and kind of talked about, okay, why should people care? Why is this a market opportunity? Last thing is, it's about you, okay? Here's something you're doing. Here's a market opportunity. Why are you the right person to do it? Like you specifically, with your strengths, with your many, many weaknesses, like all of us, with your co-founders, with your partnerships. Why you? Why would they work for you? Why should they pitch? Why should they invest in your company? Why should they even talk to you? So, this doesn't have a sentence, necessarily, because you can have a lot of reasons why people will come to you. First off, market validation, access to markets, traction, and revenue. So again, they understand what you're doing, they believe it's an opportunity, now you've got to sell them on like, okay, I want to work with this person. So, first thing, market validation. Prove to me that people want your stuff. you don't have to run like 10,000 Facebook ads or $10,000 on Facebook ads. You can talk to people and say, we talked to these 50 people in our target market, and this is what they want, or this is what they said. Number one, if they've actually said, yes, this is great, you're like, oh God, these guys actually know what they're doing. Second, even if your customer has said, no, screw you, we don't want what you're selling, that still comes across as great because you've shown the dedication of talking to so many people and you're committed. And the thing is, all teams change what they started off doing. So if you've talked to 200 customers, you will probably change what you're doing. That's a good sign. That means you're adaptable. No one wants to work with someone who always believes that they're right. Was anyone here last week? Yes, a few people. Yeah, you were. Of course you were. Yeah. The person behind the app Fade, he interviewed more than 250 people?
Yeah, 250. No, he interviewed 500. But
500
himself, he interviewed 250.
Yeah. I don't care what the idea is. If you talk to 500 customers, then you either know what you're doing or you're going to actually make money off of it because you're going to change. So, who have you talked to? Okay, if you haven't talked to anyone, do you have access? This is how it works? Okay, sweet. Access to markets. Can you get in front of people right away? At 3-Day Startup, we had this girl make a subscription box for African American women for beauty products. And she was not raising money. She wasn't looking for investment. What she had was 40,000 emails based off her blog about the same thing. That's like, holy shit. You can sell off that. So do you have a clear path to customers? It could be, I make a lot of videos, like here, talking about you, like Gilby. And he posts about that all the time on Instagram. And he has 20,000 courses. If he's making a course about video making, he has access to a market. Or whatever you're doing, you have partnerships. You have channels. Someone I know is making an app for photography at venues, and they're going through hospitality groups. That's a channel. So tell me what you have in terms of access to markets. Can you hear me okay? Sweet. This could be relevant, this could be not. It's traction. How is it going? You have 20 people who said yes, or a little bit of customers who are doing it for free, or 1,000 people who are using it for free, or partnerships, or people saying, yeah, come talk to us, blah, 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 or you won any money. Whatever it is, it's literally, are things going well? Well, yes. Tell me, because I'm going to believe when you tell me this person is interested, this customer is interested. We have 20 people in our email box saying, email box? Inbox. That was embarrassing. Saying, we want to talk to you. Tell me that. And again, these are not and. These are or. Lastly, if you're making money right now, yeah, great, tell me. If I understand what you're doing, I believe it's an opportunity, and you come and say, well, we just started 2 months ago, and we're making $200 a month based on 2 customers, and we're going to talk and close 20 more. That's still fucking great. I was going to curse. Sorry, Marty. That's still great. If you're making money, even if it's like $2, that is fantastic. So these aren't and. These are good things. I want to believe you. People are here to kind of like support you. Let's talk about the good things that are happening. So, we talked about them understanding what you're doing. Not hard, but easy to mess up if you don't talk about the benefits for your particular market. And number 2, we talked about them believing that it's an opportunity. Regardless of where you're pitching, who you're pitching to. I forgot to say, market size is important too, but let's assume you all know that. And lastly, your audience believes that you are the right team or founder to get market share. That if we bet on you, you're gonna win something. So, quick recap. Making them understand what you're doing, who are you doing this for, why are you doing it, like what's their need, and what does it do for them. It's really not about you. Second, they believe it's an opportunity. What's your competition? What's the size of that market? And how are you better at that particular problem? Lastly, they believe that you are the right person for this. You can do it. It's talking about your traction, revenue, access to customers. I forgot the first one. But it's just convinced me that I want to work with you. Lastly, check out the Firestore podcast. So I love this. It's a shameless plug, but it's not shameless if you don't feel shame, and I don't. So check it out. And again, thank you for this. This was what, 12 minutes?
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone.